Hola, ¿cuánto cuesta? Uno, todos gracias. Hola, buenos días, ¿cómo estás?
Bien, gracias.
Yo quiero un americano con hielo. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Esto baños? Muchas gracias.
¿De nada? ¿Un año?
Sí, y 2 semanas. Gracias. ¿A la cuenta, por favor? ¿Débito o dinero? ¿Está bien? Sí. Gracias para tú. Muy bueno. Adiós. Hasta luego. Learning Spanish in Mexico doesn't start in a classroom. It starts at the corner tienda, in a taxi while the meet is running, when you're short on change, or at the lavanderia when you realize you've forgotten the word for tomorrow. Hola.
Hola.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Buenos días. Yo quiero 2 tacos de pollo. Gracias.
¿Las de pollo?
Sí. Gracias. ¿Más picante?
Más picante.
Sí. ¿Chile?
Esta es mixta, tomate verde y rojo. Esta es verde con aguacate. Esta es de chile de árbol y este es habanero.
Sí, gracias. So chili habanero, very spicy. This one's a mix of chili tomato. And then this one, not so spicy. So, shall we go? I'm gonna go más picante. And a little bit.
Ya encontré uno.
It's basically all we've eaten. Tacos. Have we eaten anything except Mexican?
Muchas gracias.
Solo la cuenta, por favor. ¿Cómo se llamas?
Sandra,
Sandra.
¿ustedes?
Mi Lloyd y Mandy y Lila.
Mandy,
Lloyd?
Lloyd,
Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Sí.
Lala. Lala. Ah, Lala. Fáciles,
Gracias.
cortos.
So when we both first came to Mexico, we had a little bit of Spanish from when we were growing up. I spent a little bit of time in Central America, and Mandy, you learnt Spanish in school, didn't you?
Yeah, I did 1 year in grade 11, so it was very muy poquito.
We've said that word a lot, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, and so I had learned a little bit because I'd spent about 3 months in Central America, but that was like in 2010. So I knew what I would call restaurant Spanish. So like how to order food and just ask people directions and say hello, thank you, no, yes, things like that. And so when we did spend 8 months living in Playa del Carmen, we decided like we didn't want to just get by speaking English, because a lot of people there do speak English, like the taxi drivers and the restaurants and everything. So we actually tried to immerse ourselves into the culture by speaking Spanish as much as we could.
You can definitely tell that local people appreciate it, that you make an effort. So we wanted to at least make an effort in trying.
Yeah, and the first way we did that was like we lived in quite a local neighborhood. It was only a few blocks back from the main tourist area, but like the local tienda, they call it, which is like the local grocery store,
Corner
I guess.
store,
7-Eleven.
yeah.
It wasn't a 7-Eleven, it was a
Family-owned, like little
Yeah.
grocer. Yeah.
They didn't speak English, so I would go in there and sort of practice my Spanish, and the same as when we dropped our laundry off and picked it up. Instead of pulling our phones out and using Google Translate, we would just practice using Spanish. And a lot of the times, like, it's one thing to be able to speak Spanish, but when they start talking back in Spanish really fast, that's when it gets tricky.
Yeah. Freeze up a little bit, like, ah.
But we did use our time in taxis. If a taxi driver spoke a little bit of English, we would tell him that we were practicing our Spanish and then try to like have a bit of a conversation in Spanish. And I think that worked a little bit.
Yeah, often we would say, how do you say like this word in Spanish? And then they would let you know, and then we would like repeat it over and over. And we found that was like a really easy way to learn new words.
Yeah, and even like cheating by pulling out Google Translate rather than like using Google Translate and then putting the speaker on and getting it to say whatever it is that you want to say, like actually practice saying it yourself. I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
So all of that repetition, like doing the same stuff all the time by having the same conversations with taxi drivers and the restaurants and the local store really helped us to remember a lot of basic Spanish, but I still feel like we didn't really get past that point. Like
Yeah, we were
basic.
just saying the same things over and over again. So yeah, repetition was good, but we weren't able to like branch out from that.
So yeah, from there we branched out a little bit and started like trying to talk to just even locals on the street in Spanish. Like start with just hello, how are you? Which is like, you know, hola, ¿cómo estás? And then when they say muy bien y tú, say bien. ¿Dónde estás? Where are you? Like very simple stuff, but not just with like business interactions with actual locals on the street. And I think that helped a lot. So in total, we've spent 8 months in Mexico, if you include the time we spent in Playa del Carmen plus this month in Tulum.
Yeah.
It's about 8 months in Mexico. And I think our Spanish has gotten pretty decent. Like
Way better. I felt way more confident just to like be able to go out and not feel completely lost just by doing it the natural way.
Yeah, and honestly, in comparison, so we've spent 8 months in total in Mexico. We did 2 years in Thailand and barely knew like more than 10 words.
It was so tough, like the pronunciation and just the way that they like enunciate things. Like I feel like my mouth doesn't even make the sounds that the Thais do, but with Spanish it felt like such an easier transition. Also with the text being like the symbols of text being the same as English, that also helped a lot.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is in places like Thailand and Vietnam, where they're not using, it's not a Latin derived language, so you can't even try and read it for practice. Whereas in Mexico, a lot of local restaurants we went to, they only have Spanish menus. So sometimes you're forced to read in Spanish, and we would like notice a lot of words that we kept seeing over and over again, and we're like, okay, I know what that is now because we've seen that before.
Yeah. Yeah, we got really good with food.
Yeah. Whereas in Thailand, that just like it never happened. I'm sure if we actually took Thai lessons and really immersed ourselves in it, it could be done. But from what I've heard, Thai is one of the hardest languages to learn.
Yeah, especially naturally, I think, yeah.
So while we have been trying to learn the natural way here in Mexico, I can't lie, we have had a lot of times where we'd use Spanish and then they'd say something back to us and we didn't know what they were saying, or I'd panic and forget what I was about to say just as I was about to speak to somebody in Spanish, until something finally clicked for us that we added to our routine, which was LingoPie. And if you've never heard of LingoPie, it's kind of like Netflix, but built for language learning. We pick a Mexican series at our level and the subtitles are interactive. Every word is clickable. So if we see a word that comes up on the screen and we have no idea what that word is, you can just tap it and then it'll give you the English translation. And then later on, those words quickly become flashcards and quizzes, so they actually stick in your mind.
So there's 2 features for us that have been absolute game changers. There's speed control and pronunciation. If a scene is too fast, you can slow it down and it doesn't give you like that weird robot sound. Then I use say it to repeat the exact line and get feedback on my accent. It's way less awkward than practicing on a real person. There's a huge library of over 3,000 shows and movies across 14 languages. So we binge things we'd watch anyway. Mexican comedies, travel documentaries, even music, podcasts, and videos.
So we've actually been watching a lot of Chicken Little, which is a kids movie, and that's because we're kind of killing 2 birds at one stone. We get to watch a movie and learn Spanish while Lila gets to enjoy the movie at the same time, which has been awesome.
And it works everywhere, on our phones, laptops, and TV, for chill study nights at home.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest, I have never been somebody who's good at taking classes. I wasn't great at concentrating in school, and I've had a few language classes before, and for whatever reason,
I've tried.
it just never sticks. We've done Spanish classes like one-on-one, we've done Thai classes one-on-one, and I don't know what it is, or maybe it's ADHD or something. I don't know, but it just doesn't stick. But that's why we found LingoPie so much easier to absorb, because we're doing something we would be doing anyway, which is like watching our favorite TV show. So if you want to learn Spanish like a local by hearing how Spanish people actually speak, grab LingoPie with our link below. You'll get a 7-day free trial plus a massive discount on a yearly plan. Just give it a try. Watch one TV show tonight and click on any of the words that you don't understand and see what happens, see if you absorb it, and see if it actually works for you. Literally all it takes is like 10-15 minutes a day, and those 10-15 minutes a day really add up.
Yeah, have fun and don't take yourself too seriously. Have a laugh. Like Lloyd and I laugh at ourselves so much while we're doing it. We're not good, but at least we're trying. Another way that I found was really helpful for learning Spanish in a natural way was taking yoga classes in Spanish. So the teacher would sort of say some things in English and some things in Spanish, but a lot of it I was just learning from watching the person next to me. Whatever pose that they were doing, we would copy, and then I would know what that word was for the body. That again, just repetition. It just took a lot of repetition. Yoga classes, it was awesome, and they were really patient with me as well. So I think any fitness class would be a great way to learn in a natural way, to learn the different parts of the body, what breathing is, all that. Like, yeah, that really helped me.
Yeah, same thing with jiu-jitsu. I went to a jiu-jitsu class and they did speak in English and Spanish, but he would always firstly like show you the moves in Spanish, and so you had to really lock in and start memorizing like what he was saying in Spanish. And so I think definitely getting into some sort of like class environment where they're speaking in Spanish helps a lot.
Yeah.
So the laundry lady pretty much became our unofficial Spanish coach. We would drop off our clothes with a built-in script that we knew we had to say, greeting her first, then dropping it off and asking when it will be ready, how much it will cost. Every visit pretty much gave us the same essential repetition with some slight variations. And she'd sometimes correct our words or offer a more natural phrase, and we never forgot it after that. So this is the magic of learning in the wild, in the natural environment. You get immediate feedback from real people who know exactly what you're trying to say.
I think for me, I always got like really shy, so that's why I would resort just to speaking in English, because I was like nervous and embarrassed kind of that I was gonna say the wrong thing. But always the feedback I got was always a smile, either a correction, and then like happiness that I was even giving it a go. So I think that that's like a big like hurdle to come over. Like even to think of it the other way around, if someone was practicing English and they said something wrong, like I'd be happy and obliged to correct them or give them advice on how to speak it. Just to even try, just try. That's all I can suggest.
Yeah, and let's be honest, like you can get away with speaking English pretty much anywhere in the world. I mean, we've been to some remote places in like Southeast Asia and even Mexico where they just don't speak English. But even if you're in a tourist area and they do speak English, I feel like you get treated a little bit differently if you speak in Spanish. For example,
Yeah, you get treated better.
yeah. People who are trying to sell you like a tour, or especially taxi drivers, right? They can charge whatever they want. I've talked about taxi drivers ad nauseum since we've been in Tulum, but they basically want to charge you as much as possible. But if you open up the conversation speaking in Spanish quite well, even if you're kind of bluffing, even if you don't really know what they're saying back, I find that the negotiation process is much easier.
Yeah.
And they go a lot lower because they look at you not so much as a tourist, they look at you more like, okay, maybe this person lives here and knows a little bit about how things work.
And yeah, and you're trying to be respectful as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. We also built up a habit of taking note of any signs that we would see anywhere. So like if we were driving around and you see a road sign, you familiarize yourself with that, and then you see it again, and you can start to like understand that, okay, that means U-turn, or that means don't turn right. Or even if you're at the supermarket and you're reading labels and stuff like that, just like starting to
Yeah, supermarket is a good one. Like, or seeing like ice on the side of the road was like Helio. I remembered that one. Or like an open or closed sign, like just remembering those things. They seem to just like go into your subconscious sort of, and they've come in handy so many times when you've, had to ask if something was open or closed, and then we're just remembering, yeah, oh, I saw that sign, and yeah, and then being able to apply that.
And I mean, obviously the longer you spend in a country, the more you're going to be able to pick up, and the more you're going to be able to immerse yourself in the language and the culture. So I think had we have spent even a couple of years in Central America, South America, we'd probably be pretty decent at Spanish by now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
We didn't chase perfection, we chased frequency. So we didn't try to be clever, we tried to be consistent. There is a difference between knowing a word and owning it. You own it when you've used it in the wild enough times that it comes out under pressure. With a line behind you, with a driver waiting, with a baby on your hip, with the coffee machine steaming at full blast. The real world is where the grooves form. If you're just starting out, here's the simple playbook that worked for us. Pick 3 everyday arenas where you'll use Spanish on repeat. For example, taxis, the same corner store, and the same laundromat. Commit to opening in Spanish every time. Choose 10 phrases you use constantly and memorize those first.
And don't be shy. Just, people understand that you're learning and that it's not easy to learn a new language, and people just appreciate you having a crack. So just do your best, and yeah, just pick a few words here and there, and I think you'll just get better naturally.
Yeah, and it's actually fun, and it feels good to challenge yourself. And when you actually go and speak in Spanish, and then they acknowledge you and speak Spanish back, and you understand it, and now you're having a conversation, it's actually a really cool feeling.
It feels good. It feels really good. It's good for your brain.
I had one lady, was it in this pharmacy? I think it was in the pharmacy, because we were looking for some formula for Lila, and it was a local pharmacy, and I only spoke in Spanish, and she actually said to me, your Spanish is really good. And I said back to her, it's not actually, like I just knew exactly what to say. But the fact that I even understood that what she was saying to me back, I guess it was okay.
Yeah, love that. So if you're someone who is worried about traveling to somewhere that speaks Spanish, you're worried about the language barrier, don't make that a reason not to travel somewhere. It's totally worth it, and even if you do get lost and confused, it's fine, it's fun, you'll figure it out, and you'll get smarter and more confident in the process. Spanish
is also spoken in such big parts of the world, like all of Central America and all of South America speak Spanish, apart from Brazil. So there's so many different countries you can go to. It's not just Mexico. If you want to travel all around that part of the world, plus obviously Spain, I think it's a great language to learn, and I'm pretty sure we're going to be teaching Lila Spanish as her second language. Yeah, so good for your brain. Changes the wires in your brain. Can't speak more highly of it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.